The headline news this evening is brought to you with the kind compliments of Hope is Rising concert. Massive downsizing of Gaisuka workers. GDF Lance Corporal pronounced dead on arrival at the Lethem Regional Hospital. 2 families are now homeless as a result of an alleged dispute. And alleged brakes failure pad resulted in 1 dead at land of Canaan. We'll take a look at regional news, world news, and the weather.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
I am Morgana Bethian, sitting in for George Gonzalez this evening. Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. The whining of billions in annual government subsidy is being twinned to the massive downsize of Gaisuka workers. It therefore means that the things for the average sugar worker will get worse before they get better. Some are suggesting that the sugar is dead in Guyana and the prospect will never get better.
Mr. Paul Bim, the financial czar of Gaisuka, said that the only way to make sense of sugar and for the cooperation to remain alive is for there to be an immediate switch to value-added products.
Canaan, we're looking to maximize our revenue from the value-added sugar. That is sugar sold into CARICOM, which is mainly bagged sugar and packaged sugar.
Bim said that the cooperation will try to maintain its CARICOM markets as well as continue to supply the local market.
The local market as well takes about 20,000 tons of bagged sugar per year, and we also are looking to sell packaged sugar in the local market.
The cooperation's treasurer said that there's also a small North American order that they are willing to keep afloat.
We have a small U.S. quota of about 13,000 tons. The prices are similar to probably what you're going to get when the European price was pretty good. So we're going to be satisfying that quota as well.
Nonetheless, these are mid to long-term stopgap measures and they will not save the jobs of an additional 2,500 workers who will be sent home from the Ivelot, Albion and Blairmont estates. The cooperation's administrator said that they will maintain some exportation of sugar to Europe, even though there is no real financial profitability for doing so.
Next year, we'll still be selling some amount of sugar into Europe at those very, very low world market prices. Hence the reason we are still going to be dependent on the government for subvention.
The diversification plans for the industry, as outlined in Parliamentary White Paper, will also see them experimenting with a special type of white sugar that will be designed for the overseas market.
As we gradually get away from the raw sugar market and head towards maximizing on the bagged and the packaged sugar, we are also looking at doing something called plantation white sugar. Now, plantation white is really a substitute for a refined white sugar.
Over the last 10 years, the governments of PPP and APNU AFC coalition have collectively plugged over $100 billion in the cooperation to keep it alive. The hope is that with the massive downsizing and the diversification, their troubled fortunes will be turned around and these will put the entity on a self-sustaining footing. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Grace Hudson.
Thank you, Grace. A family now mourns the death of a 20-year-old man who was attached to the Guyana Defense Force. Here is more from Esther Sobers.
A GDF officer is now dead following a vehicular accident which occurred about 2:20 hours on Wednesday morning on the Lethem public road. Dead is 28-year-old Devon Fraser, a Guyana Defense Force Lance Corporal of Buxton, East Coast, Demawara. Investigation revealed that Fraser was walking along the corner when a motorcycle CG driven by Elroy Francis, 39, of Central Lethem was proceeding in a fast rate heading in the same direction, collided with Fraser from behind. As a result of the impact, Fraser was pronounced dead on arrival, whilst the cyclist who received injuries was treated and found to be above the legal limit of alcohol consumption. Just a few hours later, a child was rushed to the hospital after being hit by a motorbike not far away where Fraser was hit. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Coming up after the break, fire destroys 2 households and land of Canaan accident left 1 dead. Stay with us.
At GTT, Pinktober is the month we celebrate the lives of those we love. Pinktober is a time we raise breast cancer awareness. And Pinktober is the moment we all come together to make a difference. During Pinktober, your $2,000 purchase at GTT gives you data, a ticket to see Chronics, Travis Green, or your favorite dancehall act, and $500 goes directly to the Guyana Cancer Foundation. Together, we can make a difference. Do more with GTT, Guyana's #1 network.
Everybody is talking about Pinktober, and at Clearance, it's no different. We have a Pinktober sale on the last Friday of the month, October 27th. Come on in and get 30 to 50% off all of this, store-wide. Everything from ladies' tops, jeans, dresses, shoes, bags, and lots more. But what about the men? We've got you covered as well, with a major sale on jerseys, jeans, sneakers, shirts, suits, shoes, and so much more. Remember, the big Pinktober sale right here at Clearance. You get 30 to 50% off store-wide. Come on, who does that? Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Guyana, it's time to celebrate life at the Hope Rising Mega Concert on the 3rd of November at the National Stadium with performances from Travis Green and his band.
All things are working for my good, yeah, 'cause he's intentional.
Sherwin Gardner, Emran Henry, Guyana's very own Saiku Andrews.
If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I wish.
Samuels Madas, Sherilyn Maloney, 3 major dance groups, and many more. Sponsored by GTT, Do More, Ministry of Social Protection, Dens Trading Export, Liberty Church, Queens, New York, Esther D. Kingdom Business International. Come celebrate life on the 3rd of November at the National Stadium at the Hope Rising Mega Concert.
This is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service.
Welcome back. 10 persons of 2 households are now recapping an incident that occurred in New Tankiti. Grace Hudson was on the scene and filed this report.
2 houses were ravaged in a fire in New Tankiti as a result of an alleged domestic dispute. Osafu Jarvis, who suspected his wife Joanne Jarvis was having an affair, stabbed her several times about her body, then set the house afire before fleeing the scene. The woman was forced to jump out a nearby window and is now a patient at the Georgetown Public Hospital. At least 10 persons are left homeless due to the fire spreading quickly enough to burn the two houses almost to the ground, despite firefighters' effort to battle the flames. The suspect is still at large. I am Grace Hudson reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thank you, Grace. Another fire devastated a household of Diamond Housing Scheme. Here is Esther Sobers with the details.
A family of 7 is contemplating their losses after the Lot 1892 Diamond House was destroyed by fire. Kamita Singh, along with her family, watched as the place they once called home was vanished within minutes. The neighbor of Singh, who was at home at the time of the incident, said the fire was started by the woman's 7-year-old grandson, who was playing with squids and firecrackers.
Back inside car, apparently the mother biting fire them. So
firecrackers.
After the, so you must have the only spark fire with this fire. He go on and then go on. I think he went in and with the bed. Not sure. I think he went to the candle and then he broke a light on. After the candle, I didn't show him the light on the and I really come out tiring. So he just come to see what when I come out, the big sort of screen. I just stand the fire service on the time. I can get reach you.
At the scene, a neighboring house was scorched during the immense heat of the fire. In previous years around Diwali observances, police have received numerous complaints of the use of firecrackers, which ranks had confiscated and destroyed along with other illicit explosions. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thank you, Esther. Eyewitness reflects an accident at Land of Canaan, leaving 1 man dead. Esther Sobers reports.
Another fatal accident occurred about 6:45 hours Wednesday morning at Land of Canaan Public Road, East Bank, Demawara, resulting in the death of Joseph Harmon of 50 Relief Public Road, East Bank, Demawara. Today, we visited the scene of the accident and spoke to an eyewitness who recounted what happened.
As far as what I seen, that the truck man, he brakes fairly. And there is no way he could have got on the outside for pass. A truck been stopped on the road and the bus stopped at the same time. So he had to take the inside lane. And the bus been putting off a passenger. So the only way for he pass, he had to take the inside lane and the man happened to be the wrong place at the wrong time.
Investigations revealed that the motor lorry GRR 9592, driven by a 28-year-old man, was proceeding north on the western direction of the public road, and a motor car PTT 9066 was proceeding in the opposite direction. It was noted that Harmon was an inbound passenger and had exited the bus when the motor lorry allegedly lost control and hit him, who was standing on the pavement, and also a minibus into the incoming motor car. When asked if the truck was speeding, the eyewitness said,
"Not really, because if the truck went speeding, everybody in the bus would have dead. Because after he knocked the bus from behind, the bus spin and go to the next side. But if the truck went speeding to the extent, not a soul in the bus wouldn't live."
I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thank you, Esther. Ministry of Social Cohesion promotes unity among religion. Here is more from Grace Hudson.
The Ministry of Social Cohesion hosted an event for the Diwali celebration to not only commemorate the religious aspect but to foster social cohesion in Guyana. President David Granger promoted unity and oneness of the Guyanese culture without conflict of dominant religions.
It is an important Hindu festival, but it is also increasingly an important national festival, the Festival of Lights. Hindus brought Diwali to this country 179 years ago. But it is only over the last 50 years that it became a national holiday. And it is one of the most integrated features of our post-independence experience that we learn to accept each other's otherness without trying to smother one another with one particular religion. We learn to respect one another.
Minister of Social Cohesion, Dr. George Norton, praised the events for its success in diversifying the celebration in this multicultural society.
It signifies hope for a brighter future. Religious festivals such as these not only help us to preserve our cultural heritage, but are also vehicles for fostering social cohesion in our multi-ethnic, multicultural society. Diwali presents the opportunities for all Guyanese to commit to working together with a greater understanding of each other so that we can build a Guyana which is recognized worldwide as a unified country.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Grace Hudson.
And still ahead, we have our regional news, world news, and the weather forecast.
Ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride taxi service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
As a parent who works at home with my business located right here, I use Blaze high-speed internet. At home, my daughter enjoys it for her educational learning apps, and I work at home as well, so the service is efficient for my business. Parents bring their children, and while the children are enjoying ice cream, the parents also relax and enjoy their free Wi-Fi services.
The Billion Souls Guyana Incorporated presents its second conference for pastors and leaders at the Ramada Princess Hotel, East Bank, Demerara, from Tuesday, October 24th to Wednesday, 25th, 2017, from 9 to 16 hours at the unbeatable cost of $75 per person. Speakers include Reverend Ijaz Nabi from the USA, Dr. David Sobripina, the Philippines, Dr. John Smith, Dr. Ravindra Shunandan, and Reverend Paul Mursalin of Guyana. Don't miss these exciting topics: crafting a global network church, funding the mission, building strong families, winning my race, developing a synergy plan, the healthy church, how to study the Bible, and how to share your faith. 2 days of synergizing, systematizing, and strategizing. Be there. Registration details follow. Telephone Restoration of Life Ministries 218-1958.
It's really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-78.
Welcome back, and now for the news for the region. New protocol will assist in reducing the amount of amputation performed in Trinidad and Tobago. Here is C News with that story.
Well, there are plans to implement a national protocol to address foot ulcers in the country. This according to Health Minister Terence Dalsing, who says there are 500 leg amputations taking place annually. Speaking at the press conference at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex, Minister Dalsing said internationally the data has shown that 85% of leg amputations are caused by untreated foot ulcers.
We are going to sit down with a group of experts, internal medicine,
experts, wound care management experts, and come up with a national protocol of how we treat foot ulcers.
He said the new protocol will assist in reducing the amount of amputations performed.
If we could get folks to understand what a cut on the sole of your foot means if it goes untreated, that they will take better care of their feet, they will take better care of their cuts, better care of their ulcers, better care of their sugars. And I have thrown out a figure to them. If we institute a national policy on wound management, foot wound management, that we could probably reduce the amputation rate by about 20% in 1 year.
Internationally, U.S. troops in Afghanistan have allegedly fired at school children, injuring 2 boys. The shots were apparently fired after children threw rocks at a military vehicle. More from Russia's international television.
This afternoon, US troops in Afghanistan have allegedly fired at school children, injuring 2 boys. The shots were apparently fired after children threw rocks at a military vehicle.
This morning I wanted to go to school. When I entered the school, some of our classmates took stones and threw them at US vehicles. They opened fire in return. I injured my leg. My friend was also injured. Now I'm in hospital.
I came to school and was playing there when the US convoy passed by. Some of the boys threw stones at it. Then the US forces started shooting.
I understand that the children threw stones at the US tanks. They don't know any better because they're children, but the US troops are educated. They came here to rebuild our country. Instead, they opened fire at children.
This was not the kind of reaction you expect. They should have contacted the school administration. This is not good. We condemn this incident. The government should investigate this case.
Well, we've been in touch with NATO command in Afghanistan to clarify exactly what has happened, but as yet we've had no response. The United States entered Afghanistan in 2001 believing the then ruling Taliban was sheltering Osama bin Laden, who was wanted over the 9/11 attacks. But 16 years on, and with bin Laden long out of the picture, the Americans are still there, and the casualties from that foreign troop presence is mounting.
I was praying in my house, and when I saw American helicopters, I told my wife and children to save themselves. After that, I just heard a loud noise, and then my house was destroyed. 6 people were wounded, including women and children.
They destroyed our house and our family members. Why? Americans are killing our women and children every day in Afghanistan, and they just say sorry, it was a mistake.
We were sitting in a room together, and suddenly we heard the massive bombardment of our village, and I was injured.
When the explosion happened, I was near to my uncle and cousins. American soldiers opened fire and a bullet flew by my face. I ran and hid and came out only hours later. My uncle and cousins were dead, so I went to the village to tell everyone.
Well, I think after 16 years of being in Afghanistan, it's quite obvious the strategy has not worked, whether politically speaking or tactically speaking. And when we look at military operations, I think one can say that whatever they do, it backfires. There's not been proper accountability apart from a few soldiers that have been arrested on behavior like this. But by and large, there's always a legitimate excuse they come up with, saying, blaming someone else rather than themselves.
And now for the weather forecast. That is Channel 2 headline news for this evening, the 19th of October 2017. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Safe TV headline news on YouTube and Facebook. You can also tune in at 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast and Friday evening for more news. On behalf of our news and technical team, I am Morgana Bethune, wishing you a happy Thursday.